fellow citizens of time and space. September the 1st. In history, today's event from pre-modern history comes from 1173 Anno Domini, when on this day, according to an Italian tradition, a widow called Stamira sacrificed herself in order to lift Holy Roman Emperor Frederick I's siege of Ancona. In 1173, Holy Roman forces besieged Ancona as part of Frederick's efforts to exert control over Italian territories. The city was held by supporters of the Papal States, who opposed the emperor's authority and sought to maintain their autonomy. The story goes that after 4 months under siege, Frederick's forces came close to breaching the city. In desperation, the Anconians were able to throw a barrel containing flammable liquid in front of the besiegers, but going to the other side of the walls to light the barrel would be a difficult task, which would mean certain death for whomever attempted it. Suddenly, the widow Stamira, wielding an axe, jumped over the walls to the barrel, destroying the barrel with her axe and setting it afire, repelling the besieging army and destroying much of their weaponry. This brave act cost the widow her life, but allowed the Anconians to continue their defense of the city. The Anconians were able to keep Frederick's armies at bay until mid-October, when reinforcements arrived from neighboring Allied realms, causing the Holy Roman army to abandon their siege. To this day in Italy, the widow Stamira is celebrated as a heroine who helped deter foreign invasion through her courage and self-sacrifice for the greater good. Today's event from modern history, meaning for our purposes after the year 1500, comes from 1939, when on this day Germany under Adolf Hitler launched a surprise invasion of Poland, triggering the beginning of the European theater of the Second World War. In the years leading up to the invasion, Germany had been rearming and expanding its military following its defeat in the First World War and the conditions of its surrender, as per the Treaty of Versailles. Hitler's goals were to expand Germany's territory and create a solid buffer zone between Germany and the Soviet Union. The German invasion utilized a style of military tactics called Blitzkrieg, which involved a series of lightning-fast and coordinated attacks using infantry, tanks, and aircraft, which overwhelmed the Polish forces. The invasion was accompanied by brutal atrocities and bombings of civilian centers, foreshadowing the devastating nature of the Second World War. The invasion had immense consequences. It prompted the United Kingdom and France, who had pledged to defend Poland, to declare war on Germany on September 3. This formalized the outbreak of the Second World War, which would eventually engulf much of the world in conflict. The invasion exposed the limitations of certain styles of diplomacy, and highlighted the dangerous consequences of allowing aggressive expansionist powers to go unchecked. In Poland itself, the invasion resulted in significant loss of life, displacement, and suffering. The country was occupied and divided between Germany and the Soviet Union, leading to a painful period of occupation marked by atrocities and the suppression of Polish culture and identity. The Polish invasion of 1939 holds a critical place in history as the event that ignited the most widespread and devastating conflict in human history. It shattered the illusion of peace and exposed the fragility of international agreements in the face of unchecked aggression. The lessons of this invasion continue to shape modern geopolitics and diplomacy, emphasizing the importance of vigilance against territorial expansion and the preservation of international order. That was today, September 1st in history. I hope your day today is brilliant as we move forwards, by looking backwards.